And welcome back to the High Sierra Report. And back in the studio, we have Dr. Rebecca Gelber from the Tahoe Medical Spa, owner of the Tahoe Medical Spa. Unbelievable things that you're doing there. Let's talk a little bit about some of your treatments and things that you're doing.
Absolutely. So this is a profoundly harsh environment in which to live. And we have a lot of patients where their skin, even though their body's very healthy, we haven't maintained their skin. We're not taught how to make that happen. Mm-hmm. And you can turn back the clock. You can remove decades of sun damage, as you see in this picture. You see it even more on the side if you look around the eyes, the cheeks, the corner of the mouth. And if you zoom in even a little bit more, wow, you can really look at that hooding around the eyes that we all start to see as we age. Well, and that's not surgery. Yeah. That's a single laser treatment.
Wow. And so with the treatments that you provide, I mean, the harsh environments we live in, with the sun and the altitude and the wind and
it's
skiing.
Brutal.
People are skiing. It's
We're
really
outside
brutal.
in the sun all the time. So
that's right.
People talk about Miami and LA, but they're not at altitude. They don't have the dryness and the desert and the wind and the rest of it.
Right.
But at the same point, you can have gorgeous skin in Tahoe. You just have to put a little bit of effort into it. It's like any other part of your body. If you want to look your best,
right,
you need to put something into it.
Just like going to the dentist twice a year, getting your teeth cleaned,
exactly,
exercising for your body.
You just can't expect your body to maintain itself, especially once you hit a certain age that many of us have gotten to.
Yeah.
So obviously, sunscreen is imperative. It needs to be a good UVA blocker. You can't drink enough water. I never do, but I try. And then lights and lasers. There is amazing research out of Stanford that's come out in the last few years, which is very exciting. They followed people over years, and they found that light can be used to turn back the clock. They found that when patients did no downtime treatments 2 to 4 times a year, so they maintained it just like you mentioned at the dentist, that people looked younger 11 years after they start. They actually looked younger, and the reason why was their skin was healthier. On biopsy, their skin looked younger. So we have the tools to offer this to patients if they want their skin to age beautifully.
Right. So they could start at 50 and do your laser treatments a couple times a year?
Exactly.
And then at 60, if they continue to do this on a regular basis, just like exercising, right?
You actually look the same age or younger. And that's been proven even in patients in their 80s and patients as young as their 20s. So compared to what we put into lotions and creams and potions, this just makes so much sense.
Wow.
And I have a whole group of patients where they do this regularly, and I see it every day in the office. They walk in, and they do look younger than they did 5 years ago. It's
and
magic.
our own Kristen Farrell did that.
Absolutely.
Who's on air with us, and her skin was amazing after she had that treatment.
It is so nice working with people like that.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about that unique laser that you have. One of 3 in the country, in the whole world, actually, right?
Absolutely. So I was very blessed. Last December, I was approached by the top laser company in the world, and they said they had a brand new prototype laser. And this is the Halo that we're talking about. So they offered one of those 3 units to me, and they asked me to tell them what I thought about it, to use it, to have my patients experience with, and then come back to them and tell them about it. So this laser is designed to accomplish what bigger lasers once accomplished, but with a much shorter healing time.
We're going to be back and more talking about with Rebecca Gelber in just a few minutes.